Now that the money's been handed out, it's time to choose the secret location where everybody is. Now, everybody has this desire to go to the bank and drop their money in there. Problem is, well, you could get shot if you do so. The other problem? If you don't do so, your money starts collecting up in this big pile. Now, I'll tell you this much. You do kind of hide your money in a real game, and sometimes it's not obvious that you've got a huge stack, especially if you happen to just leave a bill lying out and have the rest pocketed or something. It's a very easy way to walk away with some of the money from the game. But beyond that, the fact that the money pile is kind of hidden and you don't necessarily know what it is, you do get a view of the Swiss bank account, but that doesn't really help you tell how vulnerable someone is at that moment. It just gives you a view of how many bills they've put away and not the size of them. El Presidente is probably putting very valuable bills away. You never get change in this game, though, which is one reason to keep smaller bills around. Now, everybody gets to pick, and this is done secretly, and then as soon as I do that, the minister is going to start his assassination round. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so everybody's chosen their position secretly. I've got them on top, just because that works. Now, if I look at this, I've got an amateur assassin who's kind of a cool option. I've got some other cards that I'm maybe not too interested in. Kind of looking forward to the possibility of a coup for the slum rioters. I'm not terribly upset with that, but what I want to do instead... Here's the thing. I don't want to shoot someone. I either want to shoot someone at the bank or with the minister and hold on to my card, or use my card and keep the minister open. The risk here is I have cards that are kind of useful to me, so using a card is kind of cool. I've got these radicals. I've got the farm strike, which can arm everyone. I've got, I think I have something here, radicals and peasants. I'm kind of looking forward to a coup. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to hold my card. I may throw some of these valuable cards away to keep the money makers in my hand. I am going to shoot someone at the bank, and I want to shoot him. He's getting more money this turn than this, and he's one of the two really powerful blocks. This socialist labor union combination is powerful as hell. So, that's my first declaration. I'm not playing another one. I looked through some of the others. Now, we don't reveal that he's not at the bank at this point, but it does mean that the bank will be safe next turn. This guy has the monarchist assassin, which is a cool assassin, but he's using it because he's going to the bank. He's not going to shoot anybody. He's just trying to keep himself alive with it, so he'll hold on to it. Over here, he's got nothing to play. Here, he's got the character assassin. That's kind of cool. This allows you, if somebody's at the mistress, they give you all your money. He doesn't want to play it yet, though. You want to hold assassinations till you're going to the bank. That's the problem. And everybody's kind of afraid to go to the bank because the minister can shoot there. He's got a bribe, but he's not going to the bank. He snuck off to his headquarters. He's got this foreign assassin, but he certainly doesn't want to play that. So he'll hold his good cards to see what happens. And now this guy. This guy thinks he's going to be going to war this turn, but he didn't go to the bank. He has no money. He'll hold his professional assassin in hand. You could, you can't play these except during this phase, the assassinations phase. We come to El Presidente. El Presidente has a burglar and a donations card, neither of which he wants to play till he goes to the bank. He kind of wishes he had gone, but he was really too afraid, even though he had this broad coalition to go. This means people are going to be running with way more money. So all we had was one assassination attempt of him at the bank. It doesn't work. The bank is safe next turn. There's no coup excuse. People can throw their money in the bank. Now, some people could play a coup card to try to trigger one. We'll see if that happens. But right now, let's see if anybody is at the bank. No? Yes. Well, he's going to throw his whole wad into the bank. There's no reason to hold money. I mean, there's reasons within the game, but they don't really correlate to the strategy you want. In the bank. Oh, let's see. Yeah, he has nothing else. The big thing here is if you have secret political donations, this is the time to play them. When you go to the bank. No, 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 and no. So there's a lot of people running with decent amounts of money at this point. Now, because the budget just passed, there won't be a banking opportunity after the coup, which actually makes a coup less valuable. You'd have wads of money if you start a coup, if you win a coup at this point. Got to make a decision here whether or not really the only person terribly interested in it is the Minister of War. Let's see what happens. Well, he feels so left out of things that he wants to start a coup. Is he going to do it, and to what degree? He's going to hold off. He's going to say he could have started one. He's got this card. He actually could have, even though he's not at the headquarters. And try to convince the president, look, I'm not a bad guy. Give me some of the money this next time. Which may be possible because the money's filtering into certain people's hands. There's a couple of issues. These guys may not want tons of money in their hand on the next turn because they've already still got some. And the president may not want to give a lot of money to the ministry and to this powerful bankers, monarchists, etc. coalition, because they've already put money in the bank. This can cause problems in the regime. One of the things to tell the Minister of Internal Security is, oh no, you're in charge of making your own money, because you can shoot people. Of course, doing that can piss him off, and he shoots the president. Tricky situation there. All right. Let us just move on from there, because there is no coup. And we slide to that second turn, and we're going to be drawing cards. If there had been a coup, the minister perhaps would have started it by placing his bodyguard. He would have been at home. I think that's in the rich neighborhood somewhere. I don't know where that is. There's a wealthy neighborhood somewhere. Maybe in the center? Yeah. He'd start out with his little dude who... Where is his bodyguard? I lost him somewhere. Must be kicking around somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's with the foreign minister for some reason. Yeah, I had the wrong pieces on the wrong places. He'd start off in the wealthy neighborhood and then could move. Something I didn't cover in the rules is that the order of play on the coup during coup phases changes as you're playing. So the first rebel makes the first move, and everybody goes around clockwise or counterclockwise in my case in their actions. Then it moves a step clockwise or counterclockwise in my case, so that the president would have been the second player if he had started the rebellion. And it keeps going around, so that every time there's a coup, there's a different dynamic based on who started it and where their position is relative to the president. All right. Now, I did want to cover one reason why starting a coup this early may or may not be a good idea. See, the thing is, everybody's got a lot of cards in their hand. They're ready for a coup. That includes both sides of the field, by the way. But the people with lots and lots of votes don't necessarily have a whole lot of cards in their hand. So if someone like this has a decent hand, he's probably fairly prepared for it. But on the other side of things, there's only so many coups you can throw. If you throw them every turn, the president stays in power the whole time. Now, usually in the first turn of the game, a coup actually does erupt when somebody's in this kind of position. He's going to start it, see if he can shake things up. It didn't happen this turn. My own judgment there, maybe a roll of the die was involved. But, you know, that means the threat, the ticking bomb is still there. Because when you throw a coup, if there's very seldomly a real serious coup the second turn, the turn after a coup happens. And if a coup happens every turn, there's just no serious threats ever.